Currently, my biggest roadblock or barrier to entry is just finding a pool of investors or funding that I can access readily because opportunities in my industry present themselves all the times with a depressed market, real estate with especially with dirt. We have a lot of off-market clients that come to us looking to get rid of land. And so, yeah, I have a lot of opportunity. I would like to move quick on that. If I could just build that network around me where I could call upon them and access that financial capital when needed, and then we can all benefit from that.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Lance Moore, who's been making serious moves in the architectural design space. So really glad to have you on the show, Lance. I think the listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching building your architecture business. So let's dive in.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I appreciate the opportunity to have this platform, and I look forward to the discussion.
Yeah. So first off, for people who may not be familiar with you and your world, can you give the short version of what your main focus is?
Yeah. So I'm practicing currently in the architectural and interior design space, offering architectural services to the greater Tampa Bay region, primarily currently focusing on single-family residences and design build. So yeah, anything from schematic design to construction documents and permitting.
Amazing. And yeah, how did you get into all of this?
Man, yeah, it started a long time ago. Architecture is a long road. So it's one of those professions you kind of have to know that's what you're wanting to pursue early on. It's a long road in education, 7 years of education. And then you have another 5,600 hours of internship development program and stuff like that, ADP, IDP. It changes. And then you have licensing and licensure and et cetera. Yeah, so no, I think younger on, I thought I was going to go into fine arts, and I needed to find a profession that I can apply that love and passion to. Architecture just happened to be that medium that I could take up, and I've loved it, and I won't go back.
Amazing. And I know you mentioned you just recently started your own architecture business. So can you share a little bit about, what you're offering and how your business is working?
Yes. So, I've been in the industry for over a decade in different markets. Started in the higher end hospitality market with nightclubs, bars, restaurants in different regions of the world. Out of that, I went more into higher end, really technical industrial design with some big players in the market, healthcare. And I'm taking now that breadth of knowledge that I've gained from all those different markets and aspects in spatial design and applying it to residential architecture, which is a kind of unique approach. I'm doing that in the single family realm, higher end.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Single family homes and spec homes. So after working a decade with different corporations and businesses, I've decided to step out on my own, offer that knowledge and breadth of experience to the local and greater Tampa Bay region.
That's exciting. What has been the key to keeping that business running smoothly?
Yeah, so there's a lot, obviously, with any business, there's always roadblocks and barriers to entry. I would say it's just consistency. Right now, there's a lot of players in the market after coming out of 2020 for sure. But it's just staying consistent. I'm sure a lot of those will fall off. And it's just offering honest product to the Tampa Bay region. And I think over time, that consistency and morals and ethics will be felt in the community. I'm looking forward to the challenges and what lies ahead in my future. So.
Absolutely. So, what are you most focused on solving in your business right now?
Yeah, currently my biggest roadblock or barrier to entry is just finding a pool of investors or funding that I can access readily, where I don't have to access more traditional funding methods. And that being is because opportunities in my industry present themselves all the times with a depressed market, real estate especially with dirt. We have a lot of off-market clients that come to us looking to get rid of land. And so, yeah, I have a lot of opportunity. I would like to move quick on that. It would be a lot easier to grab opportunities before all those other players in the market that I mentioned have access to those same lots as well. So if I could just build that network around me where I could call upon them and access that financial capital when needed, and then we can all benefit from that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, a lot of the people listening to this are investors or people looking to level up in that space. So, how can you guys collaborate? Maybe share more about that.
Yeah, so I think it's all about pooling money together. I mean, there's different types of fractional ownership and stuff out there, but I think just establishing a relationship with a few individuals. Obviously, there would probably be some due diligence involved in case studies or reference to past work and projects that I've completed. Obviously, there is some trust there that I have to build with that group of investors. But I think once that is completed and they're comfortable with what I have to offer and the product is sound and they understand that, it's just having potentially a fund. I thought about opening a fund where it's high interest or maybe invested somewhere so that the capital or the principal is always there and I have access to it and can draw on it and then pay back. Kind of my own mini bank for funding my projects, I guess. Obviously, it would be fully transparent. We would work those percentages out up front, depending on payback periods and stuff like that. Obviously, certain markets aren't gonna sell quicker than others. I'm confident in knowing what's going on here in Tampa that we can move these properties very quickly.
Amazing. Yeah. So, every operator I know has a moment in business where things felt real. Maybe a deal went sideways or you
Mhm.
had to make a fast pivot.
Hmm.
Would you mind sharing one of those moments that you've experienced?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah. I would say in my realm, it's not less on the deal in
Right.
regards to financing and stuff. It's more on reacting to comments from the city that may have major impacts on what we had planned coming into the project. So maybe it's a FAR issue. It's affecting how many units we can get on the property, or in my situation in single family homes, it would be a client coming in expecting that we were going to have an accessory unit in the back where they would have that cash flow. All of a sudden, they're not able to. So now we have to look into other ways to hack the house out in order to help them access that capital per month to help their mortgage burden. I work with a lot of first-time home buyers in that situation where they're trying to get in a home. They may not be able to afford it, completely. So I find unique ways for them to access capital and or turn their home on when they need it to raise some capital. So it's more on the permitting for me in my profession, reacting to comments and stuff like that that may impact the overall project.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what are you most focused on in terms of like new goals in your business?
Yeah. First and foremost is just getting my company's name out there, Molt.live. It's just gaining that traction. I just stepped out. I've been always have been associated with other developers, so it's been hard for me, conflict of interest, to actually promote fully what I do and what I have done and accomplished. And so it's it's a something that I'm going to focus on. I think it's always obviously going to be challenge to drive that traffic, but I'm also looking forward to it because it's also the first time I'm able to freely talk about what I do and how I do it.
Yeah, amazing. So, what kind of like architectural builds are you most focused on?
I'm primarily only currently. I mean, I'm open to any types of projects. Primarily only looking at high single family residences. Um, Right now, I'm primarily, I would say half my clients are on, unfortunately, hurricane builds. So their reaction to hurricane damage that we had last year. We had 3 hurricanes come through this region last year. It devastated this region. There's a lot of projects along the beaches, whether that's renovation work or rehabilitation. It gets really complicated because there's a lot of different variables in the permitting of what's actually going to go underneath a storm repair and what's going to go underneath a new building permit. So that has taken up a lot of my time. Um, but it's also been fun learning. And then the other portion of my business is design build. So that's looking for different specs, helping other developers look for property. That has been the fun part, coming up with different marketing campaigns and stuff like that to drive those projects. So now I get to kind of implement that on my personal projects, which the community will start seeing with the Harper residence will be my first spec that is public. And so I'm looking forward to sharing that journey.
Yeah, can you expand on some of those projects that you're focused on right now?
Yeah, so I have a few different projects. They're various stages. One really interesting one is kind of outside of my typical wheelhouse is for a significant client in St. Pete area off of an area region they call Snell Isle. It was affected mostly by flooding. They're in open water, so they had a lot of limited wave action. And so it's interesting because it's even though there's different parts, some of it is structural and interior. It's the first time I'm tackling an entire, I would say it's more hardscape, more,
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
entertainment, outdoor scape, massive pool, a lot of unique features and stuff like that. But although I've done that in the past, I've never really had as much complexities in the back. It's such a limited area that's affected by code, by FEMA, and by what the client wants. So it's also a really unique project where both of his neighbors have decided to completely demolish their homes after the hurricanes, and they're rebuilding. So they'll be at different flood elevations. So yeah, it's a really unique project.
That's exciting. Awesome. And are you like collaborating or, yeah, creating these projects with other people, or how does that work?
Yeah, it depends. I'm fully capable of taking a project from start to finish. That's what I would prefer because I can keep it in house. But obviously, we all know that's not the case. I typically work with outside interior designers. Typically, clients, from my experience, they always have a family friend, someone they already have a relationship with that they feel they want to work with on the interiors. And then I have I've in my practice, I've never believed in that it's a full handoff. So I collaborate heavily with interior designers and then making sure that the project stays cohesive. It doesn't look like it touched two different designers' hands. I think that's really important to the success of the project, especially when you're in two different offices and potentially the interior designer isn't aware or hasn't been a part of the full extent of the project and doesn't understand some of the challenges that we're up against architecturally. So it's great to be transparent and really open communication throughout the entire build in that regards. I collaborate with other subs, outside subs all the time. Pool subs, low voltage, electricians, and all that. But yeah, so primarily my main collaborators are interior designers, landscape designers, and then myself, the architect. And then the one last key to that puzzle is whoever the builder is or the contractor.
Amazing. And when it comes to growing your network and building those relationships, what has made the biggest difference for you?
Yeah, unfortunately, naturally, I'm an introvert, so I have to really challenge myself to get out and network. Tampa, with what has been going on in the region with these massive development projects, both in St. Pete and Tampa, there's a ton of real estate networking events going on almost every night here. So I need to challenge myself to get out. Um, I know LinkedIn, Alignable, these other platforms has also offered a lot of help, and mostly just connecting. That's more on a micro level, local. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm still exploring unique ways of gaining traction. I'm sponsoring a fundraiser on Thursday. It's called hashtag, but it's my body. You can potentially see that drop on my Instagram at Mr. Cotain. So those are other unique ways. If that fundraiser does well, then I could potentially be a sponsor at a gala, which I could extend my network there for architectural services in the region as well. I don't know. It's just thinking outside the box. Everyone chooses the same channels. You have to really, um, be unique and different. We live in
Yeah.
a copy paste world, so.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so true. Yeah. So, what kind of like projects are you excited to create? Is there any like things that you're envisioning for your future?
Yeah, so I'm mostly focused on the Harper residence is the name of it, but to expand that further, the Harper residence is kind of a test of a as a model and a concept that I've been working on. I launched a line of homes with a developer down in St. Pete that really focused on accessing low income families, and we ran quickly into a roadblock with what that really means to be affordable in the Bay Area. And so just with the building materials and stuff like that, it was really hard to get as a one-off builder to get those costs down enough to really fall within that 120% AMI in my region. So I had to look out elsewhere and try to figure out a floor plan that would allow various arrangements so that the inhabitor could use it in multiple different variations. I used that, took that knowledge and that experience that I gained from building those projects. We had 8 projects running with the one floor plan, 3 different elevation designs, but they all implemented this house hacking idea and concept. There were some issues with that floor plan, although we got them all approved. They all went through, all permitted. So we got through those barriers. It's just the circulation issues and some other privacy and public, issues that could have been addressed. And I solved all those in a new floor plan. It is a little bit inefficient in regards to I chose not to go 2 stories. I'm keeping it at 1 story. And there are some reasons to that. In the hackability of a home, one of the biggest reasons you would hack a home is for intergenerational living, which is really taking off here in Tampa. So mother-in-laws or dads, moms that move back in with their kids, and or here in Tampa, we're seeing a lot of medical issues with extended care services and stuff like that. Those all need to be 1 story with ADA. So I'm pushing that model. I think it has the ability to also be superimposed on some other concepts with fractional ownership. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to exploring that and what that means to this market.
Yeah, amazing. That is so exciting. Thank you for sharing all of that. And yeah, before we wrap up here, if someone wanted to connect, collaborate, learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Yeah. First and foremost, info at molt.live. Molt is the name of my company that stands for Modern Organic Living Typologies. Shoot me an email. Go check out molt.live, and that's the website. And then you can follow my personal, if you want to, Instagram, where I share a lot of my photography stories at Mr. Cotain.
Perfect. I really appreciate your time, your story, and perspective. We need more people in this space doing things in this right way. So thank you again for being here.
I appreciate. Thank you, Michelle.
And for those that are tuning in, if you got value from this, make sure you've subscribed. We have more conversations coming with operators just like Lance who are out here building real businesses. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.